I have a Frigidaire unit with a very dim display. So it's really hard to tell, but it does say 1245 on the screen right now. The first thing I'm going to do is unplug the unit and remove the control board so we can take a closer look at it. So now that we have the control unit removed, I'm going to want to remove the plastic surrounding it. So I have 3 clips on each side. I'm going to push down on it with my thumb, and then with this pry tool, I'm actually going to push the plastic away like that. And work my way through. There we go, and then I can remove it. I might have to do the same on the other side. There we go. There it is. All right, so the front cover is removed. If we tilt it to the side, there are little clips here, so we'll lift this out and away. And that comes off. And you can just do this with your thumb, really. You don't have to use a tool for this part. And there we go. Now to remove the display, we're going to flip it over to the back. And now we're going to change cameras to use our microscope to get really close to those solder joints. So when we look more closely, we can tell on this side we have 3 pins here and 3 pins over here. And then on the other side, we also have those 3 pins, and then all of our other connections to the board, followed by a gap, and then 3 more pins. So I'm going to start by removing the 3 pins over here on the top of the display, or I guess it's the bottom, depending on how you're looking at it. So on the back, it's going to be these 3 joints over here, and I'm using desolder wick with my soldering iron. We'll do the same on this side. And now I should actually able to, yep, I can just go ahead and lift the display off the board, at least on one of the sides. Now we'll do the same 3 support legs on the sides on the other side. And now we'll slowly make our way through to the other pins. Now I'm only desoldering half. I'm going to attack these pins again from the other side. And this one has a little bit more solder here. All right, and I think we have our 3 last pins over here, and then everything should just fall out. All right, and that should do it. Now, if you are interested in buying these displays as a replacement to do the repair yourself, we will have them available on our website, and there'll be links in the description down below. If you want to send in your whole unit for us to do the repair, we'll also have links in the description down below, which you can check out. We always offer a 1-year warranty with all of our services. All right, now let's go ahead and install our replacement unit. Looking a little closer at our original display, we have our 3 support pins on both sides, which these at the bottom are the first ones we started desoldering. Our replacement display, however, we have 2 support pins and no support pins over here. They've been removed. So because this display is missing the supports, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a double-sided adhesive pad right here on the chip, and it's going to act as our support to help hold the chip, or the display, sorry, not the chip. We're going to feed this display in. And I want to just place it as straight as possible, because once it's in, it's going to be in because of that double-sided adhesive pad. So now it's locked in. Let's flip it over and we'll begin soldering our display back in. Now we only have 2 on this one, not the 3, which is fine. Just go ahead and make sure that it's all bridged together. This is something else, but it looks like it's missing a little bit of solder, so we'll add some. Oh, I think I have a bridge, but you know what? I think it's okay. Let's fix it and then recheck to see if it is indeed okay or not. And it looks like it is. Let's give that a little cleanup to make it easier to see. So if we take a look, there is a little pad right in the center connecting the left and right pin to one another. And that means that they're actually sharing the same pad. So it's okay if I have a blob connecting those two together. Now, one last thing we're going to do before we put it back together is to clean the casing. So now you can probably notice there's a little bit of smoke here on the casing, and cleaning it up will help the display be a little brighter. Now for this cleaning, what I'm going to do is actually just use some soap and water and a very fine, soft toothbrush so that I don't scrape the plastic cover. We'll do that off screen and be right back. So this is our display now that it has been cleaned. I don't know if you can tell, but it does look a lot better to me. Okay, we have a successful display replacement. Now let's go ahead and test it in the oven and see what we get. Okay, we have the display back in the unit. Let's power it up. And we do see it. And that is a heck of a lot brighter. Now that is what a bright display should look like. If you want to send in your control unit for us to fix, whether it has a dim display, oven won't heat up, or just doesn't turn on, we'll have repairs with flat rate services in the video description below, again with a 1-year warranty on all of our services. If you have any issues with removing the board from your unit, check out this video next. Thank you for watching.